work with employers to figure out what are the skills needed, what are the attitudes needed, and how do we find these in the employees. On the other side, we work with employees, workers who would like to enter the MICE industry to help them and guide them in the correct skills needed, both horizontal and vertical skills, and to pick up these skills in the correct centers to get certified and be trained, and then thereafter to meet the employers that will be looking for these skill sets. One, they look for meaning, values in the type of industry, in the type of jobs that they do. So it's important to feel that it's not just about getting a job, it's about pursuing value and meaning in a career. Number two, we see millennials very eager to learn. So for them, the pace of learning, how much I can learn on the job, it's important. And number three, millennials believe in quality of life. So it's not only about slogging from 9 to 6, 9 to 7, 9 to midnight, day in, day out, without anything else. It'll be important to see how you pitch a certain event or a certain convention that is relevant to the meaning, the value system of the individual. It'll be important to see how you use the MICE jobs and in the flexibility of it for quality of life. And of course, really what you can learn having to run multiple events, different type of experiences, different type of customers, that sort of job and career to be able to attract a millennial. Giving the individual the tools will be one aspect that's important. You can preach about it over and over again, but without the tools to use, it will be a challenge. Secondly, it will be getting that motivation and the movement in place. And for this aspect, I believe getting the individuals, the workforce, the employees involved in the innovation, involved in the change, involved in planning the future of the organization, involved in the projects that will transform the business model. Having everyone involved instead of a top-down boss says this type of attitude, that will really make a change, and that change would result in a more ownership of the change, more ownership of the projects, which will actually, I believe, see a more sustainable rollout of changes in the company. I think it's important to have several aspects in place. Number one, I think having the regular conversations, whether it's in a small group or in big groups, that conversation is important. Having every employee understand the business needs, the why certain changes are done, why certain equipment, certain projects are in place will be important. Number two, having the workforce consulted, having the workforce involved in projects. I go back to that point that it's a very important aspect to ensure engagement and sustainability of the engagement, because it's easy to push up a project, but the project may not continue in the long term. But if you want a project to be successful in the long term in a sustainable way, that hopefully the project takes on a life of its own. If you want to do a tech innovation and you don't want the innovation to be a one-off adrenaline jet, but to be something that will constantly be implemented in the company, then that involvement, that engagement is important. And I think thirdly, some level of profit sharing, and for everyone to see how my project, my contribution results in something profitable for the company, and that results in some benefits. It may not be only in dollars and cents, but some form of benefits to me as an individual. And that cycle of project success, sharing of benefits, project success, sharing of benefits, I think would really set in place a sustainable change